Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
I need cameras to capture every waking moment between Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston on the same team. The pregame prayers will be generational.
Because that's preacher and a deacon. That's what we're talking about here. That prayer's going to be 40 minutes. We're going to miss the anthem.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Live from FedEx Forum and the Grind City Media Studios, it's the show about sneaker culture, trends, and fits. Come kick it with Lang, Adam, Jerry, and Sherman. Welcome to the Sneakfest Show.
What's up, y'all? Welcome into the Sneakfest Show here on Grind City Media. It's a Tuesday. It means it's time to talk about sneakers and kicks and culture and all this stuff that we love to talk about. It's supposed to be Lang, Adam, Jerry, and Sherman. We ain't got no Adam and Jerry for now. Jerry's allegedly on the way. Said he's going to be here.
Allegedly.
He texted us he's on the way. Adam had work. So Jerry will be here. Sherman is here.
I am here.
And we have a special guest today with us.
A very good special guest.
From New York City. Former colleague of mine. And now he is the last man standing of that. Well, you and Figs, I guess.
Pretty much. And Frankie. You know Frankie.
Frankie's still there, yeah. And Susan. Susan's the OG. Max Recitar is here from Slam Magazine.
Welcome, Max. We appreciate you.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
He's fresh off the plane, too.
Yeah,
2 hours ago.
2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Just got in.
I would be remiss not to, real quick, just wish my mother a happy birthday.
Oh, that's the best.
Go for
So,
it.
Ma, I love you. Happy birthday. Thank you for giving me life.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Is she
me.
into kicks at all or no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I got her a pair of,
Let's hear this.
I got her a pair of Airmore Up Tempos for her, 50th birthday, I think it was. Mint green. She loved them. She wore them into the ground.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I learned a long time ago that, I always try to get my wife cool presents. My wife worked in publishing in New York too, but worked at all the fashion magazines.
Yeah.
And I just I don't know what purse is cool or whatever, and I would ask people she worked with, but it just, so then a couple of years ago, I realized all right, I know what sneakers are cool. Yeah. That's what I got to do is just get cool sneakers. So I gave her a pair of the Jordan 3 Anna Wintour ones they did a couple years ago. Those had just come out.
Perfect.
I got them for her, and she was floored. She was like, these are the coolest thing ever.
Well, I mean, sneakers is the ultimate currency right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nothing cooler than a good pair of sneakers. So whether you're a ball player, you work in fashion, you're a kid. So it's a great gift to get anybody.
That is true. I'm with you on that one.
So we actually have, speaking of gifts, we announced last week, this is a big day, I guess, for Slam and the Grizzlies, because Max is here, in part because Jaren Jackson Jr. on the cover of the current issue of Slam. And tonight here at the Grizzlies game, if you haven't got your tickets, get them. Tonight is Jaren Jackson Jr. celebrating Slam Night here for the Grizzlies. We're giving out this sweatshirt.
It's beautiful.
And Max, you said that was the first time you seen this sweatshirt.
I hadn't seen
Yeah.
that in person. We had a whole merch collection.
Yeah.
But what the team did down here is came up with a whole bunch of other stuff. So we have
Yeah.
this.
That's
we have
fire.
another hoodie that didn't come out on Slam Goods.
Yes.
It's gonna be a big, big night.
Yeah, okay.
So all that stuff's for sale in the Grizz Den. Yeah, the first 3,000 fans get here early. The first 3,000 fans get this for free.
You better get
and
here.
you can't buy it.
No,
It's
you
just
cannot.
you only get it if you get here early.
Yes.
So that's going out to the first 3,000 fans. And our little part in this, besides me writing the story and having worked at Slam for a long time, was a week ago we announced we had a pair of signed Jaren Jackson Jr. game-worn shoes.
Size 19.
These GT Hustle 3s
Yes.
that he wore in a game. There's a photo of him on court. Jaren wore these in a game, and we got a pair of these. Jaren signed them, and we're giving them away. So we gave you guys a week to try and win these shoes.
Yep.
We had you go on our Twitter, X, whatever you call it now.
Twitter. Still Twitter.
I still call it Twitter.
Of course.
It's still Twitter.
And we have a winner. Let me look now. And the
Yes.
winner is Rana Durham. She's in Georgia, USA. Shout out Georgia.
Congratulations.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
So Jana wins these. We'll slide in the
Congratulations.
DMs and get your address and get these out to you ASAP. And the good news is there's more where this came from.
Yes,
so just
it's more.
Keep
It's-
watching
it's
the show
definitely
every
more.
week.
It's definitely more. When Luke picked the winner, and me and Lane was like, "Oh, it's a woman." Beck is in here with us. He was like,
My son.
"Yeah." He was like, "Why y'all surprised it's a woman?" We was like, "We didn't." We're not surprised. We just kind of more. We can see in the chat, so if it's more guys in here and women never
Yeah.
chat with us, so that's why we was kind of surprised. But congratulations, though. That's going
Everyone
home to
loves
you.
hoop.
Everyone loves hoop. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
So Max is here for Slam Night to be part of that. And Max, I feel like you started at Slam about when I left, right?
My first day as an intern, which is when I
Yeah.
count my
Yeah.
time at Slam, is June 4th, 2014.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't on. I don't think I was full time there at that point, but I was still maybe under contract as
Yeah.
like a contributing something. I actually wrote today for the Grind City Media newsletter about this Jaren cover and about it being Slam Night and all that. And I said something about I haven't worked at Slam in 10 years, but it kind of still feels like I do
Yeah.
to a large degree.
Exactly,
So like,
yeah.
The Slam fam is extensive, and once you're
Yeah.
part of it, you never really leave it. So I don't care who, we had that 30th anniversary
Yep.
party last year, and Scoop came out, and
Yeah.
first editor Tony came out, and I'm sorry, not first.
Corey was first, Tony was
Corey,
second.
Thank you. Apologies for that. But yeah, the whole fam was there, and it was just amazing to see everyone because we're all really still active with each other on social, and
Yeah.
I could see Lang for the first time in
Wow. Yeah.
Forever.
what it feels like.
Well, let's be honest. Last year I was in New York in the summer, and I was going to come by the office. My son wanted to see the office. I reached out. They were like, "No, we don't come in on Fridays." I was like, what kind of crap is this?
it's a little bit more loose these days.
We were working 7 days a week when I was there. You kids.
No, Dennis Page.
We walked through the snow.
Yep.
Yeah.
18 miles through the snow and barefooted.
Yeah.
They said no more of that this time around.
I had to walk
Yeah.
through Bryant Park to get there in the snow. Now you guys are just going out to Long Island City. Yeah, I hear
Keeping it easy. We have Pizza Tuesdays
I
now.
heard it's a nice office. I haven't been.
Pizza
I haven't been able to see
Tuesdays?
it.
Yeah, we'll get a
Okay.
photo of Beck in front of the cover
Yeah.
wall.
Next year I'll come.
Please.
Or maybe next time I come, I'll just make sure I'm not there on a Friday.
No.
'cause-
Exactly.
Come on a Tuesday. We'll get you some free
All
pizza.
right, cool.
So Max, you say you've been there since 2014.
Correct.
How did you go? How did it go about of you being able to come in and Slam as the editor?
So there's a name, Bobito Garcia, who Lang, of course, knows.
Okay,
Do you
correct,
know
yeah.
about- okay,
Mhm.
so Bob had a movie that came out, thankfully, in 2013. I was 19 years old.
Okay.
And I did social media for that movie.
Okay.
Through the grace of God, I was able to connect with Bob. And one day he and I were playing at Goat Park. If there's any New Yorkers watching right now, everyone knows about Goat Park.
What movie was that? Was that the one about the
That's with it's the Goat.
Under Armour game?
Yeah, the Goat.
Oh, the Goat, the
Yeah,
romantic one.
Yeah,
okay.
Romantico.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
where he played. That's where he allegedly dunked over Kareem, and
Yeah.
Kareem said that Earl,
they
Earl
never have
was,
it.
Yes, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But Kareem said he's the best player he's ever seen.
Right.
So Bob and I were playing ball one day, and he asked what I wanted to do, and I said I have every issue since 2003. I've been
Yeah.
reading Lang's words and everyone else's words, and so
Wow.
he said, "All right, I know the editor." So I got an interview, and
There you go.
thankfully, rest is history.
Jeez, man.
So what,
that's history.
Yeah.
My
That's
son
history.
my son asks me all the time, like, what's your funniest Slam story? What's your most
Yeah.
fun thing? What was the coolest thing? And I always tell you the story about when I had to do the Rasheed Wallace cover story.
Oh,
and he was he would only talk to me in the locker room, and he was ignoring everyone else. It was super awkward.
Really?
Or there was a time where we were in Chicago for the Jordan 23 launch, and and Russ and I got to talk to Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And the short version of it is I called my dad to say my dad was a huge Jordan guy, and I was outside. I said, Dad, I just met Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan walked out right then, walked past me. And I said, oh, my gosh, he's walking past me. My dad said, tell him I said hi. And I was like, hey, Mike, thanks for everything. It's been great meeting you. And my father says hello. And he goes, tell him I said hi. And I go, hey, Dad. And he goes, I heard it. And I was like, all right, it's all downhill from here. Like, I will never be that cool to my dad again. But do you have what's your, like, favorite Slam story memory?
That's a good one.
Like, there's, you know.
I think you got to give a little bit more context as to that Rasheed before I go in. Because you and Russ were just in there in basketball jerseys, right?
Yeah,
And you
or
looked,
baseball jerseys or whatever.
Okay,
yeah,
so
Mitchell and
just
Ness.
amazing context to that story is that, you know, you had these two dudes walking in and the New York media is all
all prepped up and everything. They just come in looking like, oh, who are these guys off the street coming in here?
Yeah, and of course that's why Sheed wanted to talk to these
She
guys.
loved us. Yeah. Russ used to have, there was a hockey player, was he on the Devils? Miroslav Shatan. His last name was spelled S-A-T-A-N. and
we know where this is going.
Russ had the jersey. It was on his chair in the office for 10 years. Everybody came to see the Slam office. The editor-in-chief had a Satan jersey on his desk. But yeah.
Everybody walked in like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
I don't think I want to talk to him.
Russ's favorite player.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can top that story, but I think.
How about this? Who was the person you got to meet that kind of blew your mind?
Oh, it's a long list. I would say there's a moment right before COVID hit. This was March 3rd of 2020.
Yeah.
And we got to go to Ray Allen's house. And we did a shoot with Ray. We talked all about the Air Jordan 11, all about his PEs.
Oh, man.
It was an amazing shoot. The YouTube video is one of my favorite that we've done.
Yeah.
And after the shoot, we were in there for 3 hours. His wife had bagels waiting for us, and we talked about everything but basketball. We talked about fatherhood. We talked about discipline. We talked about creativity, about footwear. It was an amazing moment, and then we didn't know what was going to happen 2 weeks later.
Right.
We had no clue. So I was thinking about that moment with Ray, Miami Sunshine, the spring coming in, just an amazing moment with Ray, and that was, I would say, at the top of a long list of great stories.
I mean, like 90% of the coolest stuff with Slam is the stuff that you don't see.
100%.
You know, like
Absolutely.
text messages from a guy or whatever, calls or at the photo shoots where stuff, you know, you talk to him, whatever. All that stuff's the best.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned going to Ray Allen. Again, this is Sneaker Show. Everyone knows how Ray Allen PEs are. Please let the people know, just when you put your eyes on those, because not a lot of people have seen his collection. You've seen his collection. Like what did you see in that collection? You was like, wait a minute, people needs to see this.
I think the best way, when he brought up, okay, so I'm sorry, let me start it. So we had the Air Jordan 11,
right?
And then we had the Air Jordan 29, which is what he was wearing when he hit that shot against the Spurs
in the
final.
Yeah.
I was at that game, by the way.
Oh, of course.
Really?
Of course, Lang was at that.
Exactly right. It makes
you know
sense.
what we're talking
exactly.
So he was wearing that shoe when he hit that shot, and they did a pack for him. They did a pair of 11s and a pair of 29s.
Right.
So he brought out the sneaker boxes. He didn't even open them yet. He placed them on a beach chair. He has a most ridiculous view. He has a private beach. Yeah, so he places them on a beach chair.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, hang on. And I was like, I have to take this in for a second before Pandora's box of treasures gets opened. And when he opened up those boxes, like the way that the Miami Sunshine hit the patent,
of course,
the angels were singing. Absolutely, the angels were singing. And he only showed us those two pairs.
Wow.
That was it. Yeah, that was it. For other collections, I've been very fortunate to go to Bibby's house, to go to CeCe Sabathia's house, to see some other.
CeCe Sabathia, he's a major sneakerhead. A lot
about
of people doesn't
talk
know
about
that.
Jordan head.
Oh
Yeah.
man!
And you talk about some PEs.
Oh, I know he has some PEs.
Crazy stuff. So their collections were different.
Yeah.
Very, very different. But Ray, it was just those two shoes.
That's dope.
That's dope. I like
so
that.
remember
I like
tonight,
it.
get here early, get a ticket, and get one of these Jaren hoodies. Tonight's Slam Night at FedEx Forum, and it's game against the Warriors. We got to win too.
Yeah.
We
That's
got
an
to
important
win.
game. Yeah, it's a big game for the Grizzlies.
I must.
We got a couple news things I want to talk about, and it's all about Nike because there wasn't like a lot of releases or stuff this week, but there was this funny thing yesterday. These guys know I'm a big Crocs guy. I love Crocs.
Yes,
I
you
do.
are.
I wear
You
Crocs.
love 'em.
They're more comfortable than any of
you
these
love
other
'em.
shoes I own. And so I go in the house, I put on a pair of Crocs, and I wear them. And then when it's time to leave the house, I'll put on sneakers. But I love Crocs. Nike came out with some Crocs. Not really. They're called the React Rejuvenate.
React Rejuvenator.
And Sherm has a pair.
Yes, I
You
do.
really?
Yeah, I do.
Sherm got a pair.
So I was gonna bring them, and he was like, "No, Max has come." I was like, "I'm just gonna keep these back, so I'll wait on those." But I hadn't even tried them on yet. I just got them in the box. I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try them on at some point." But I mean, the comments that I have heard about, like the reviews and stuff, everybody says it's a good shoe.
Yeah.
Like it's a good, comfortable shoe. So I'm intrigued to see.
Crocs
about 'em.
pointed out the two shoes look very similar. And they said, we're living rent-free in your head, huh? I haven't tried the Nikes. You haven't tried the Crocs. So we don't know like how they compare.
Because exactly right.
The one thing about Crocs I would say is they're clogged, so they're really easy to slide on and off. The Nike ones look like you might have to spend 2% more energy putting them on.
So
but-
the Rejuvenator ones, they said that they're pretty easy to put on. Now I've heard the Air Max 1000 is a little harder to put
Yeah.
on, but they say you kind of have to
just pull
stretch it out a little.
Yeah.
They kind of almost similar to like the foam runners a little bit. So I don't know. I'm with you on that. I don't own a pair of Crocs, and he does it. Well, he does.
I don't know, several.
Yeah,
of them.
exactly.
Papa Crocs over
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Papa Crocs.
It's the ultimate dad shoe. I mean, but you notice also, like, you go to like hospital, restaurant,
Yeah.
like anywhere people are on their feet all day, they're wearing Crocs.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe not hospital.
Not hospital. I'd say hospital is more
Hokas and,
and
on
on cloud. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But it's a good discussion that we've had for a long time. Is something fire because of the logo, or is something fire because it just looks good? So
Well, Crocs don't even look good.
no,
Crocs don't look good. That's not to me personally. They do
but
not.
a lot of kids love them.
They do.
A lot of kids
They
aren't
really
wearing
do.
slides no more to the games and to
They
after
not.
games. They're
That
wearing
is true.
Crocs.
That is true.
Yeah.
You're right.
So
You're right.
will this take off? You know, it's like you can always have that conversation about the Ball family and whether or not those would have done well with the Nike swoosh.
Yeah.
True.
You could have this conversation with Crocs right here. So it's an old question.
Yeah. They say it's supposed to be the recovery shoe.
Yeah.
The Rejuvenator is supposed to be the recovery shoe. So, I mean,
Well, Nike introduced this shoe, but at the same time, we found out this week, Complex put out a video, I believe it was, that Nike's revenue is down 12% this year, which is not good. Although, like, since Elliott Hill took over, like, I sort of suspected the next couple revenue reports, this is what's going to happen, right?
correct.
Because, when somebody takes over a company, they try to front load all that bad news.
Yeah.
So then it's going to look good down the road
Correct,
when,
yeah.
when they have new earnings and
Yeah.
stuff, right? So it's like when someone takes over a new GM takes over a team,
Right.
they get rid of everybody. They're bad for a couple, whatever,
Start all over again.
and they get better. So I don't know. I think Nike. I'm not that surprised by this.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I think
I'm not that worried by it.
Yeah,
If
I'm with you on that one. I wonder too, and I'm sure both of you guys can answer this. Like, even though those numbers just came out now, was those numbers already there before Elliott came in? Like you said, and he's just like, you know what? Let's put these out
Might be.
to let people know, like, hey, this is before me, so I'm gonna show y'all what I'm gonna do
Or
after these.
I don't
numbers.
think he even cares so much about it being before him.
Nah, he doesn't.
He's like, the bad news comes first.
Correct,
And he's
yeah.
already kind of been pumping the brakes on everything.
Yeah,
you know,
he
like,
has.
Well, that's the other part of this. Is it takes a long time to pump those brakes.
Yeah.
This
That
is
is
a
true.
big train.
That is
They
true.
work
Yeah.
at least 18 months out in
Yeah.
advance. So the stuff that was before him is still going to be coming out for the next little bit.
Yeah.
And by you mentioning that was on that call that they said that they finna pump the brakes on Air Jordan 1s,
As
the
they should.
Dunks,
As they
and the
should.
Air Forces.
As they
Yeah.
should.
They said because they put too much behind, which is true.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or the Jordan 1, it was cool. At one point, we knew that we could walk in there and get them for $40-$50. And then once we saw Ye wearing them and then Travis wearing them, all of a sudden, it shot up and Nike was like, all right,
Yeah.
let's just go crazy with. And then the Dunks, the SB with Wale and everybody was wearing those. And then the Panda Dunk came out. It's like, oh, you know what? Let's ride this Dunk wave. It's
Yeah.
like, wait a minute.
And they
y'all
wrote
just,
it. Yeah.
The other thing,
Boy.
though, like we had on the show a couple weeks ago, Devin Gordon, who used to be my editor at GQ and wrote the Elliott Hill story for Fortune. I can't remember what it was recently.
I
He was
think
on
it
the
was
cover of
Fortune,
Fortune.
yeah.
And he was saying, like, they're trying to get a little more experimental and a little more like
Correct,
out
yeah.
there with
Yeah.
new athletes, younger voices, because LeBron, KD, those guys are getting older.
Yeah.
Right.
With Wembanyama was one guy he mentioned.
Yeah.
They also right now have a guy in the Final Four wearing their shoes who's kind of not wearing their shoes. Cooper Flagg has signed with New Balance, but he's playing for Duke, which has a Nike thing. So he's wearing Nikes in this tournament, and Nike, the same way Crocs kind of clapped back at Nike took a clap back this week.
Yeah.
To just point out that Cooper Flag looked great wearing swoosh shoes.
He looks good wearing swoosh. I mean, I trust. I'm a big New Balance guy, but him in it with that Nike on there does.
I mean, I think he would look good wearing New Balance or Crocs or whatever. Like, it doesn't seem to matter.
No, it doesn't. And that campaign that they came out with a long time ago, New Balance did.
That's true, yeah.
Just the simplicity of that video and the way it looks like they're going to be using him, it's going to work. And then they're going to be able to use this at some point. You know they're going to come back with this. They're going to do something with this tweet.
But Nike took it down.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they took it down. So it was up for
Of
probably
course they
about
took it
it was up for probably about 30 minutes or an hour. Then next minute, they took it down. It's
Enough
like,
for the
okay.
screenshot,
Yeah, it's enough for a screenshot.
Uh-huh.
That's all it is. I was like, okay. I like how y'all played that.
No, it's good though.
Yeah.
It's good to have energy around this. You know, for
Yeah.
a long time we've kind of lost energy around basketball footwear.
Yeah.
Things are a little bit more centered around lifestyle and around all the different gray sneakers you can buy.
Exactly.
Pick your brand. It's just going to be a gray sneaker. Pick your brand. But it's good to see this, that people are talking hoop sneakers.
Yeah. And I'm glad to see that coming around. We talked about that a couple of shows ago, where back in what, like the 98 to 2000 range, basketball sneakers was the pinnacle.
And that's why all those Jordan 1s came out and people freaked out, because the mythos was built.
Yeah.
The scarcity was built. But now they're everywhere, and so you kind of lose.
Yeah.
You kind of lose the
special.
steam.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, normally at this point in the show, we unbox something. And normally myself, Sherm, Adam, Jerry, not so much. Normally one of us brings in something. I'm just kidding. Normally one of us brings in something and we open it up and we look at something new. And because we have a special guest today, Max Restar from Slam, Max brought in something, and I don't know what it is. He's got a bag here, and he's holding it like Jake the Snake used to keep the snake off on the side.
He told us, I'm not showing y'all nothing until we go on air.
So we need the real reaction.
Open it up. Let's go.
Ready?
What we got? Yeah.
We have 3 pairs.
Okay.
So we're going to start with something.
Okay.
And this one I can't give to you guys. This one's from my personal collection.
Okay.
He'll be right back. He'll be right back, camera.
Who should we start with?
Sherm's closer.
Okay. Sabrina.
So this is the Slam Sabrina 2. And as you'll see on the heel,
With the
it says
on
Slam.
there. Slam
Yep.
on there, yeah.
So this has been worn by the likes of AJ DeBanza, the likes of Tyler
Not
Hero.
that specific shoe. You
Not
mean that
this.
style.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
correct.
it's color.
Correct.
I'm
I was
just
about to
making
say,
sure.
yeah,
It's color,
yeah. People.
Yeah, AJ's a little bit taller than me.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
A little bit. Sudeikis wore this courtside when the Liberty won the championship. So this is the first pair I brought with me just because it's super sleek. You know, this is our most on-court
Yep.
of the collection that we did last
So,
year.
so Slam did a 30th anniversary collection.
Yep.
If you want to explain. I
Yeah,
mean,
so the 30th anniversary, we celebrated it last year. We did 10 different sneakers,
Yep.
led by Nick DePaula.
Which Lane has one
Yes.
on
I'm
right
wearing
now.
one too.
He's
yeah.
wearing the pennies right
Yes,
now.
he is.
Yeah.
Can't take
So
them
this
off.
was one of them, and
Yeah,
they're
all these
all
wires.
inspired by different covers. So Sabrina's solo slam cover from when she first came to the W inspired this colorway, and it's super, super clean. We've gotten a ton
Is this
of.
colorway
wearing
like?
these.
Is this like a Tiffany colorway?
It's inspired by the Liberty Seafoam.
Okay.
okay.
That's a
New York
good one.
Liberty.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. I like that. Yeah.
Yes, those
Yeah.
are the foams.
These
from
are the
Penny.
Eric Avar
We're-
design.
We're in Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nick had found a sketch from way back in the day of Avar's original colorway sketch that he wanted to do for the foams.
Okay.
It got scrapped. And then because Penny was on our 30th cover,
Right.
Yeah.
30th anniversary, we brought back that sketch
Yeah.
right there. So it's a blue foam posit, which is the highest of the high for the
Correct.
foam posits.
Right.
But it's a little remix.
Yeah. It looks great.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
These are clean.
So that's our first one.
That's one.
These are
Yep.
clean.
And then these next two are going straight to Lang
Uh-oh.
for his impact on Slam.
Oh.
For
See what
his
happens.
amazing words that he wrote all throughout the years for all his interviews.
Let's see.
So we'll start with.
Let's see.
And we have a rule.
This is a little bit obvious as to what we got going on here.
We have a rule around here, which is we wear our shoes.
We wear our shoes.
Yes.
I'm gonna wear these.
It's funny you said that. So, because when Lane was gifted the Air Ones and the
Tai Chi. I have
Right.
I got the Tai Chis and one
And
of the other
you have
ones.
LeBron's, right?
and
Yeah.
the LeBrons, you gifted those. I said, Lane, we need you to get.
So let's look.
The
This is the
opposites.
Allen Iverson.
We said we need you to get those.
Allen Iverson. It says on the inside, "I am Slam."
It's
which,
one of the best quotes.
which Allen
Yes.
said, like, because
Yes.
he really embodied the whole culture and everything
Correct,
else. It's funny we're talking about this when like the Grizzlies interim coach Tuomas Isalo
That's a good way to
learned.
Good
He learned
Yeah,
English
did. He
from
got it
reading
that way.
Slam. You
Yeah,
know, he was in Finland, and that was how he stayed connected to American culture and basketball culture. Was reading this.
What an
freaking magazine we
amazing
made.
quote.
I know. I was
yeah,
just stunned
yeah.
when he started talking about
same.
it.
Yeah.
So, like the impact we've all had on this thing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So these are. You want to talk about them?
This is the question low.
Yeah.
And the reason that all these different images of Chuck are on the box is because this colorway is inspired by his ice. So all the different
Okay.
jewelry that he had over the
Yes,
years,
It says
that's yep.
Bubba on one side,
And then it says Chuck on
the other.
yeah.
That was his nickname, Bubba
Yeah.
Chuck.
Yeah, they look like they kind of sparkly
Oh yeah.
around the.
That toe
around-
box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that toe box is directly
little
inspired
shine.
by the jewelry, as well as those usually are
The Reeboks
hexalite
are, right?
bubbles
Okay,
right there.
Oh
were
yeah, that's
inspired
right.
by
Yeah,
the honeycomb back
right.
in the day. But we filled those in with the silver, so it's just to show how premium.
It's got the
Allen
3
Iverson was.
stars,
the
the
slam.
slams,
Yeah.
the slam stars, which are part of the logo. The bottom
Ooh, so clean.
has a 3.
That is
on the
clean.
original spread of the cover
Yep.
story, it played with the 3 of diamonds
Yeah.
all throughout the spread. So Nick took that and
It's got one on the heel too.
Okay.
and a big credit to Nick. He saw that vision through. It's an
Yeah.
amazing aspect.
Shout out to Nick, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Nick did
was,
his
that's
thing.
amazing.
Yeah, Nick did his
that is good.
This is amazing.
That is.
And it's
good.
the Georgia Bulldog colors. So
There you go.
Ah, here you
and we
go.
have the premium leather on the insole too.
yeah,
See that leather?
The leather's on the insole.
That's kind of what Mama Year is starting to. That's what they do a
Little
lot.
bit,
A
yeah.
lot of their brands now. They're
There's a
starting
slam
doing
on the
that.
tongue.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine.
Yeah,
I like that.
a lot of details in
that.
all these different pairs. So you really got to look.
Yeah.
You got to get in there close and see all the different details that call back to the cover. Of course, this cover was the Slam 32 with Chuck's afro all the way out and
with the
Yep.
ABA jersey
Yep,
on.
with the
yeah.
ABA jersey.
It's
Slam on
behind
the
there,
inside.
just the Slam
so
30.
just tons of detail depending on each cover that was inspired by.
That's crazy.
So
Yeah.
before we keep going, let me ask you this, Max. Like when the 30th anniversary came up in the office, you guys were talking. What was the ideal about? It's like, you know what? Let's go back to our most coveted covers
Yeah.
and get those particular shoes
Definitely.
to design. Like, what was the idea behind that?
Honestly, it was Nick's idea. Nick came to us with this idea. And when you're working with all these different brands, we worked with Adidas, Nike, Under Armour,
and one.
Puma, N1,
Right.
and Reebok.
Oh, got
Yeah.
you.
So you kind of have to work within their framework. You know, it's hard to get into
Yeah.
the factory and see, and
Right.
you have to work with what they have available to be made.
Correct.
So we were able to identify all these different silhouettes that related to us. You know, we have the questions, which is, for my money, a top 5 basketball sneaker of all
Yeah.
time.
I
We
agree
have
with you.
This pair right here, which is perfect for the moment. We had all these different
Yes.
people playing these.
The Tai Chi's.
Tai Chi's,
Tai
perfect for
Chi's, yeah.
Slam. The Air Zoom Generation, the Foam
Yep.
Closet.
Yeah.
We had 2 different Currys. The first Curry that he wore on the cover, the
Yeah.
Anatomic Spawn, Curry 12. He wore the Curry 12 Slam colorway. He dropped 30 in them on court.
That's cool.
That's
unbelievable.
crazy.
Yeah. It's just like
That's
all the stars
crazy.
aligned.
Yeah,
so it was
that's-
Nick's idea. We all worked together to make sure the storytelling was solid, and then we rolled them out for an entire year.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Nick, man. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, these are sick.
Those are sweet.
Yeah.
Those are sweet.
Yeah.
you
I don't
got
know
one
which
more?
one's my favorite, but it's up
Yeah.
there. And then the last one
Yeah.
Oh, let's.
is
Man, he came with
Sounds
some
like it's heavy.
packages.
I don't know.
He came with some packages. Nick, Max,
All right.
the Max, that sounded pretty
see
heavy
an
when you was
Adidas-
trying to lift that one up.
I see the
That sounded
Adidas
heavy when you was
logo.
trying to lift that one up.
There's an Adidas logo on here.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what we got.
Like
It's
the
like, it's
packaging,
like Christmas morning.
the packaging and everything is fire. Like, yeah, like
Big detail paid to that.
Yeah.
So I remember when these came out. That's how old I am. But the Kobe.
probably the most polarizing
Yeah.
basketball sneaker ever.
Hey, Jerry's here.
What's up, Jerry?
Come on in, Jerry.
Jerry's here.
Jerry, that's Max. Max, Jerry.
Jerry's here.
Look at these.
Man.
Oh, these school buses?
Like I said, the most polarizing basketball sneaker
School
ever.
buses.
So these have the
Yo, those are
um,
crazy.
these
are
have the
wild.
3 stars on the tongue, which is
Yep.
kind of hidden under the. These are the Kobe's. The crazy.
The crazy,
Crazy
eight?
2.
The
Crazy
crazy,
two,
2. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, as
So
they
what's the
call them
difference
now.
between this and the crazy 8?
Crazy 8 was
Crazy
a
8 has the waves and stuff on it.
Okay, okay.
totally different silhouette.
I
So
got
this
you.
was a signature. The Crazy 8 is technically not a signature. Kobe
Right,
played in
correct,
it.
yeah.
But it was called the KB8. It was technically right before his signature line with Adidas. So
I
it's
got
a
you,
little
right.
bit muddy, but these are definitely the Kobe 2, now the Crazy 2.
The insole has like.
Glad
the
you broke
slam.
that down because a lot of people thinking that's the same.
Yeah, no,
the same
he
shoe
wore.
on that.
He had a little run up to his signature line. It was KB1, KB2 which would then become the Crazy 8.
Right.
And then these are just a
So-
whole different story.
You may or may not know, but is this the one that was modeled after the Audi?
It is. Yep. So they worked with Audi for this.
See?
Yeah.
They called the factory. They worked together.
Well, the
to-
original ones were like silver.
Yep.
Like when
Yeah,
they were
silver,
first out,
yeah.
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 They had
And
like
then
a
he-
silver and a white maybe, or a
Yep,
black.
he played
yeah.
in a white and gold for the
Yeah.
All-Star game.
I remember
And he had a
that.
black colorway as
Yeah.
well. And he had the flag colorway.
Yeah,
which
yeah, he
he-
wore the USA ones, yeah.
Oh, he did.
Right after 9/11.
Yeah.
And then
That was so
he
crazy.
switched to
Did you see
Nike
that,
in
Max?
like what, 2005, 6,
And
7?
so this was the shoe that he wanted to terminate his contract with Adidas with.
Yeah.
This is why he did that. And then he had to wait a season. They had a
Yeah, like a non-compete.
Yeah.
they had a non-compete, and
yeah.
that was when he did the craziest.
He wore
sneaker free
Jordans and everything else, yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
He wore, and they all gave him PEs.
Yeah.
The year was insane. And then in 2004, he went to Nike.
So glad you brought that part up. You mentioned that he was trying to get out the Adidas deal. What was the reason why he wanted out the Adidas
He
deal?
couldn't play in these.
Because they were too.
and he didn't-
Because they too heavy.
Yeah, he started to get frustrated. He, Lang has met Kobe several times.
Yeah.
We all know his reputation. He was
Very meticulous.
He's very meticulous.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he really
So
is. Yeah.
they weren't giving him the freedom to work that Nike eventually did.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this this colorway is inspired by the 1996 draft class cover. So
One of the best rap classes there was.
So the logo for Slam on that issue is that
this color.
blue. We have another colorway of this shoe that's yellow for the Lakers. So
You
we
want
had-
to know a good story about that cover
Please.
shoot?
Come on.
And I don't know if this is true or not. I'm going to preface it with that. Allen Iverson's not on that cover, famously.
Oh, he told that story.
Supposedly, he didn't come to the photo shoot. He didn't come to the whole rookie symposium. And supposedly, allegedly, the league was like, "Hey, we have to fine you for this," and then you have to come back next year. And he didn't come back the next year, so the vig kept running, and so the fine got up into the 6 digits at some point, and then he retired, and they couldn't find him. So I don't know if that's true or not. But I
Bubba
always
Chuck.
love that. This feels like a great Iverson story.
Yeah, that's a great story.
He told this story. He said because somebody,
missed
I
this
think his little documentary or something. They said about it. He was like He said he didn't know about the shoot. So I'm like, I'm sure somebody in your camp told you about
Well,
that shoot. Yeah.
Lang, were you ever a victim of the
sure I
unaware
was, whatever
clock?
it is.
Yeah. AI was always late.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to read the clock.
That sound about right.
One of the photo
Yeah.
shoots we did with him, it says "Mama says knock you out," and he's in the like. We literally set up a backdrop between the locker room and the court, and it was on a game night. And as the team ran out to the court, he stopped for 1 minute and posed like crazy for a minute, and then ran out to the court.
And we got the cover.
That's a cover.
Yeah. It's a famous cover tee. People love that cover
That's
tee.
wild.
But it literally was like just the seat of our pants. So let's make it happen. Jaron was awesome. Jaron gave us like a whole day about a month ago.
I would love to shout out Johnny who shot.
Yeah,
the photos
Johnny
that he
was
did
amazing.
are very unique
Yeah.
compared to the rest of Slam's history.
Yeah.
We did a totally different shoot for that, and it's a big credit to Johnny. He killed
And
that.
shout out Jaron's creative team, Tony Tosh, who we
yeah,
know.
shout out to
She
Tony.
brought a whole team too,
Yeah.
and they had lots of different looks and outfits and ideas. She brought flowers. She was
It was
like, "This is
awesome.
spring,
Yeah.
right?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." I actually showed her the Iverson SI cover where he had the flowers. Like she's not from the sports world.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sort of reminds me of this. And so to me, it felt a little bit like that, but. That photo shoot was awesome. We spent a whole day with Jaron, and he couldn't have been more like interested and giving and willing to do it.
Yeah.
And normally these guys like to do the interview part now. Like you sit down for 5 minutes in front of the camera. Like Jaron just kept going.
Yeah.
He's built for it.
20
He's built
something
for it.
minutes.
Yeah,
He's
he's
built
built
for
for
it.
it. He's built
Yeah.
for it.
He actually talked about though, his parents, his dad played in the NBA, and I was asking him like, some of these guys who are kids of NBA players, they don't make it, and then some do.
True.
And I was like, how do you think you made it? And he was like, I feel like.
That's a great question.
He was like, I feel like I was sort of built for all this, and I was taught, here's what you got to do, and then I was just thrown in the water, and I'm swimming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that was pretty great way of explaining,
Yeah, that's a good one.
at some point, like with your kids, you got to just
Just
throw
toss
them. We
them
all
in
have
there.
kids. Like
Yeah.
you got to throw them out there and
Just
just
throw 'em out there.
see what happens. And Jaron's swimming, and I
Yeah.
think that speaks a lot to his parents, but also to him.
Yeah.
With the target on his back.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
those
yeah,
kids,
yeah.
they see
I'm
that
with
your
you on that.
dad's an NBA player in, in all
Yeah.
those elite camps.
Yeah.
They're going at you, and
going
he
at
still
you.
made it.
He did
You're right.
it.
You're
So
right. That's a
I
good one,
appreciate
Max.
you, Max, for bringing all this
Of course,
stuff.
man. We appreciate you,
Max.
man. That's dope.
Thank you for everything you did for Slam.
Well, we always say Slam is fam. You can tell Adam and Dennis, I love getting the shoes for everything I did.
See the Iverson?
I'd rather just have money. So if you guys
That I don't
if you
control.
want to just bring me a check,
But if you want more shoes, I can help you.
yeah, all right. I guess that'll work. All right, we got to take a break. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back, do What's Now, What's Next. You're watching Sneakfest here on Grind City Media.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Tony was the defensive guy, but Zebo was the offensive guy. So you could speak to this. It's way worse when you're getting doubled, right?
He got triple. I had went through that for it. When I was in Portland, me on the team, he got triple. You hear me, Rose? You can't talk about those. You got to talk about triple.
You got triple team.
This man was scoring on 3 dudes.
Swing, T.A.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back to the Sneakfest show here on Grind City Media. I'm Lang alongside Sherm and Jerry, and Max Recitar's here from Slam with us today, hanging out. We just had a whole Slam section tonight, Slam night at the Grizzlies game. So if you don't have tickets, come on out. Be one of the first 3,000. You get the Slam Jaron shirt. It's hiding behind all the free shoes Max brought me.
Shout out to Max, man.
To thank me for my years with Slam, and I appreciate it. Yes. But now we go to what's now and what is next.
Let's do
and we're
it.
going to look at some stuff that's dropping. Here's the stuff that's out now.
This is Vans?
Yes.
These are Vans,
Wow.
the Super Low Pro.
You know,
I
What
actually
do you
like
guys say?
these.
Thumbs up, thumbs down? How are we feeling?
I'm messing with these.
I'm going up.
I like these, yeah.
I'm going to go down because
I'm
they
on
look like a racing shoe or a driving shoe.
They look
Well,
kind
I
of
mean,
like
they-
Sauconys.
Yeah.
They're like
Or the Puma. What's the Puma that ASAP Rocky's
Yeah, I know
doing?
what you
Whatever
mean.
that model he's doing, yeah.
like a driving,
Margielas.
like the
They
race
look
car
like
drivers.
Margielas.
wear.
They do look like Margielas.
How about this? They're $80. Does that change?
That's
your
why
opinion?
I'm like, I
right.
know they're not going to be Margiela
I don't know.
price. So.
I mean,
The price on it, I like the design look of it. It kind of
Yeah.
got me like in a Samba type of gazelle
Yeah.
type of look as well,
For
too.
sure.
So yeah, I can.
yeah,
I
they're
get that.
definitely
I
trying
like
to get
them.
into that market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them.
All right,
I'm
now we
messing
got
with
some New Balance 998s, Stone Island, made in the USA.
Of course.
What do we
I'm not a
think?
998 fan.
I can't tell what color that is.
So it's like a
Blue and like a
brown.
It's
maroon.
like a brown.
Look
it's
on
like
that
a
screen,
maroon
it's a little more
brownish type
realistic.
of color
I'm gonna look
that
on my
they,
laptop.
that they call it.
Sharon can wear one with his outfit.
I don't like. I'm with you. I don't like this model.
I don't like 998s.
Yeah, I don't like 998s. Like that model. I wear a size 8, 8.5. So that shoe
says
makes my
burgundy
foot.
as the
It
color.
makes my foot look long. So
How about
Island
this? Let me
collab?
tell you the price.
Yeah.
$285.
Stone Gallery. What you expect?
That's Stone Island.
Stone Island. My bad, Stone Island.
Stone Island
Yeah.
has a magic touch, but not that magical.
Yeah, clothes wise.
Hey, look, it's a classic Nike Air Force One, the Low 07 Easter.
I feel like I've seen this before.
So you haven't. But no, this is a. Some sites are releasing them early. They came out today, and some of them are not. Some other stores are not releasing them until Friday.
All right.
So if you want to pay, you can go.
These
grab
are
them now.
115.
Yeah.
Sort of the classic.
Yeah, I'm
price
going
point.
down. It's too much color right there on that heel on those heel tabs.
On that heel tab,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's too much going on.
I think so too.
I get Easter.
It's
but-
Eastery.
It's very Easter.
But it's a little like Easter to me. Like I feel like Easter's peace. Yeah, this feels like a little kind of crazy. And
It's
like
a little chaotic.
a little frenetic. Yeah. So these are 115. These are available now. I'll go middle.
Max, are you an Air Force guy?
I'm wearing Flyknits right now. It's a travel day. I'm wearing
Okay.
Flynet Air Force Ones.
I got you, okay.
And I'll wear some Air Force Ones. You know, I'm from New York, but that's too much.
Yeah.
All right. The Air Jordan 1 OG Low Obsidian. This is out now.
Yes.
Who was it? I saw somebody on Twitter was trying to buy them this week and they were sold out.
Sold out.
Sneaker Fetish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he
Yeah.
was sold out. I'm like, you must.
And we
went
talked
to-
about these the last couple weeks, and we
Yeah.
were like, "There's no way these are going to sell out. Like these aren't." And
And they're still not sold out.
They aren't?
All
Yeah.
sizes from
Okay,
adult.
because I saw that and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. I think he just tried on sneakers out.
Yeah.
And then he didn't hit on there. But you got
They're
to think about
140.
it. Yeah, that's some in the store.
I like that they're bringing back the butter leather. There was a long time where the leathers were plastic or something, not whatever. I don't know what it was, but that's a good little touch right here.
I like those.
I don't mind. I'm still middle on these.
I'll go mid.
Me too.
I'll do a nice
I'm
little
up on
mid.
those. I
All
like
right, we got
those.
one more that's out this week. The Puma Inverse, available now, $100.
These are not bad.
I don't hate them.
I saw the model wearing them, and it caught my attention. I was like,
They
these
kind of go
actually
with
not bad.
the Memphis Sounds uniforms.
Oh, that's
like
a
if
good
you
one.
had any
Or
of the
the Hustle.
Grizzlies, or the Hustle.
Or
If
the
you had
Hustle.
any of the Grizzlies stuff for this year, you would. you could wear
Titans
it.
jersey, maybe.
Or the
Just
a
Oilers
little bit.
jersey.
A little bit.
In
The
the interest
Oilers
of not
jersey.
doing
The
another
Oilers, well, yeah.
Yeah.
another Jordan 1 or Dunk or whatever, like I like the uniqueness of this.
Yeah, I don't hate
They-
these. I'm
they-
gonna go middle.
they
Well,
went
I'm
to-
gonna guess
they
they're like
went-
I mean,
120.
they're only
They went
100.
to the
100
yeah.
bucks is not a bad.
Okay,
not
I was gonna
bad
say
at all.
120,
Yeah.
so $100 not bad.
All right.
I mess with them. Give them a thumbs up.
Let's get into what is next. Here we got some stuff coming soon. We have the Nike Total 90 OG Dynamic Yellow. This drops today, actually.
Ah.
$110. These are like the. I mean, here's again how old I am. I remember when these came out the first time, and they were like a silver, like a
Yeah,
silver.
silver.
So the
Mylar
Zeros
color.
came out too, so they
Yeah.
both released. Yeah, they both.
These are 100% the Ronaldinho colorway because Brazil,
Brazil.
you know,
Yeah.
he was one of the first guys who won. He was playing on Barcelona at the time. $110.
I think these will do well.
I think
They're
they
not for
will,
me,
too.
but I think
Yeah.
they'll
Yeah,
do
there's a
well.
very specific person I see wearing these in my head, and it's not me.
Yeah.
But they're gonna do well.
The one thing I would say is I had a pair of the silver ones. And I don't know if they're still cut the same way, but they were really tight. And I have like a pretty flat foot, so it's a little harder sometimes. So like these, I don't know. I feel like these might be like they're form fitting. Like if you
Yeah.
have bigger feet, it might be tough. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but I love the color and the look.
I love
and
the
all that.
look. I love everything
Yeah.
about
I'll go
it. It's just
thumbs
not
up.
for me.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
going
go.
thumbs
I'll
up.
go a little mid.
Like Jerry and Max said, this is for a particular.
It's the fashion crowd.
Yeah, it's that
Yeah.
person. That person. So yeah.
These are ones I'll give my wife. You
There you
know?
go.
Like,
She
we
was,
just-
yeah,
she
she
would
can rock
rock
them.
those. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
would
can
kill
rock
those.
those.
She would rock those.
All right. Toy Story has done yet another sneaker, the Adidas Gazelle Jessie.
These are nice.
Fire.
These are
This
nice.
is a grade school, so like
Yeah.
these are only kid size.
So even the Symbols was grade school. So they they restocked on those too.
I kind of love these.
You like those?
Yeah, those
I
are
do like
great.
these.
I'm rolling.
yeah, I like
Being
those.
like a
I mess
Toy
with
Story
those.
fan, like I don't know, they
I
don't
like the
kind of
little
make them on my
touch
size.
of. I like the little touch of her on the tongue
Definitely.
and stuff. Like
They're
that. That's good.
$85
Yeah.
Definitely.
For a kid's shoe?
for kids
For
shoe.
grade school.
Grade school.
Grade school, yeah.
That's
That's
pretty expen-
typical.
Is it?
That's pretty
typical,
expensive for
yeah.
a kid. But Adidas, you're missing out on a whole market of kids that grew up with Toy Story.
Adults.
true.
Yeah,
But
adults.
adults.
Yeah.
Adults, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Brain Dead Adidas Forest Hill collection. This also comes out today.
I like those. I like the green pair.
What is
and
the
light
material
color.
of them?
It's like that.
Is it fuzzy?
That fuzzy.
Yeah.
What is
Harry
it called?
Suede type
Cashmere,
Yeah, that type of
sweater,
material.
knit
Yeah.
sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that colorway on the bottom's not bad.
These are 120.
Brain Dead makes some like their collabs when it comes to shoes. Like they haven't missed.
I could
I'm
see
not
Bennett
gonna-
wearing the ones on the top.
I like those. Those are
Just
nice.
with those Bennett?
Yeah,
Those are
I
nice.
mess with those.
Those are nice. I have these Stan Smith
passing on
Brain
these.
Deads. I like these. These are.
If you wore those to one of your like heavy metal concerts, Bennett, they might, in the mosh pit, those things would get messed up.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah. All right, we have the Ja2s, the Nike Out of My Body colorway.
Oh, look at Beck.
Beck loves these.
Those
Kids
are
love
good.
these. These are out now.
I've seen a
out today.
picture of somebody holding them in their hand. They're made out of like suede or nubuck.
Are they
He
really?
had them on.
Yeah, he wore them the other night, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had them on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
He had them on Saturday. So his best friend, D-Tap, had the video, and then he had them on Saturday. So.
Yeah, that upper is like suede.
Yep.
nubuck material.
And
So
it
it's
has some
actually
type
pretty cool.
of design in them as well too. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell what they were when we had
I
them
like
on
'em.
court. Yeah, I mess
like
with
'em.
them.
These are 120. Those aren't the KD inspired ones, right?
Yeah, these are
Yeah.
These are
KD inspired
KD
ones.
6,
Creamsicles?
7.
C Pleasants, the
yeah.
KD6.
Yeah.
KD6.
Okay, I'm up.
Yeah, I'll go with thumbs up.
Yeah, I mess with these right here.
Oh boy, there's a new movie coming out that's getting terrible reviews. A Minecraft movie
It's coming out this
this
weekend,
weekend,
right?
I
Yeah,
think.
it's coming out this weekend.
So these
I
are
think
the
we're gonna take
Minecraft
this.
Adidas Superstar. My son's just sitting over here in the corner. Beck, you play Minecraft. What do you think? Thumbs
Babe,
up
what you
or
think
down?
about these, Beck? Yeah.
He goes
He
down.
said down. He said
A
down.
little plain for
It-
Minecraft.
They
right?
are.
Yeah.
They really are.
I feel like they
missed
they
the mark.
hit the nail on it.
They missed
the
the mark on
blockiness.
Yeah, like the stripes.
The
all have
stripes
the
are
blocks.
blockier, yeah.
Okay, and then it has. Is that Minecraft?
On
Like
the toe-
like
on
like
the
the
T-
three
on the
strap?
heel.
Oh, the three stripe is that right there?
Yeah,
I like them. I like 'em.
I'd go middle.
I'm going middle.
going down.
I'm going middle.
middle.
They're $85. They're only grade school also, so like it's.
Dude,
you know,
that sole looks bigger than a normal.
It's a little chunky.
maybe
It looks
because it's
chunkier
maybe
than
because it's a
shell
grade
toe,
school.
though.
I don't know. Like
I feel
it's
like
a kid
it's
shoe.
normal.
That heel looks a little chunky.
It does look a little chunky than a regular shell toe. So I don't know.
All right. Well, we have some. These are popular. The Nike Sabrina too. These are the iron gray.
We have a
these
special
dropped
one.
today.
We have a
This is a
special.
We have
one.
the we have the seafoam color, but they're-
Very.
the iron gray. It's not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
One of the coaches for Boston had these on last night.
Oh, really?
He was warming up with. I think he was warming up with Jaylen Brown.
All right.
Even though he didn't play, I think
Yeah.
he had these on.
You saw all the Laker coaches had on the pandas the other night. Yeah.
They always wear those.
Yeah, I know.
Horrible. Do better.
I gotta
Don't be
we
like
gotta
that,
talk
Max.
to
Don't
we
be
gotta
like
talk
that,
to
Max.
coach. We gotta talk to Coach Issa though, because he's a, he played. He's a ball. He read slam growing up. We gotta get them in something cooler.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we do.
that's right.
Yeah, we
I'll
do. We
try to
do.
get a word.
Because there was a uniform.
It was.
Yeah, they all had on some brown.
Yeah, them
Brown,
brown. They had them on last night.
sneakers.
Yeah, they had them on last
Oh, they
night.
still wear them?
Yeah, they still wearing them.
Anyway, these are out now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good,
thumbs
good
up.
hoop shoe.
Yeah.
All right, the Nike Dunk Low CBGB.
Really?
Yes,
From
from New York.
From New York.
Yeah,
Yeah, from New
Wow.
York. Yeah, from New
which
York.
is now in a John Varvatos store now or something.
it's
Yeah.
I just drive by it.
So I read that the institution closed. Did they close down?
And
Yeah.
John
Okay.
Varvatos was going
Okay.
to buy it and turn it into like a store that celebrated. I mean, institution is a very nice word for what that place was. Yeah, it was like
I mess with it.
it was like the grungiest
I was like, how do you
places.
pull that word out of it?
Yeah, you had to shower immediately after that.
I mean, that bathroom was the eighth circle of hell. I mean, Russ, shout out former Slam Editor Russ Bankson. He was a big
Shout out to
CBGB
Russ,
guy.
man.
That makes sense.
So these are out today.
I can see him in there. Yeah, I can see him in
$120.
there.
$130. I don't know. They're whatever.
That's a cool collab.
Yeah, I'm not mad at
we're
him.
in there.
I'm not mad at him.
For what's the an institution to get a collab?
Yes.
You know?
I mean, you were going to be in an institution after you went there. But, all right, we got the Nike LeBron 22. He was wearing these last night. The Bryce's World.
Whoa.
They look good on court.
Yeah.
They looked good on court. And he somebody asked him, he said he doesn't wear the
saw
same
that,
shoe
yeah.
twice. He's like he don't like his shoes loose. So that's why every game you see him wearing a different shoe.
Also, like, if you could wear the same new shoe every game, wouldn't you? Like,
I mean,
you know, like,
if you got your own shoe, yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, you have to.
It depends on how you like your shoes.
That's
Some
true.
people like
That's
them
true.
broken in.
Some of the
people
Grizzlies
don't.
guys like wearing them like
is
in
true,
practice
yeah.
a couple times. But yeah, these are $190 for adults, $150 grade school.
I like because he took his younger son and let him.
They
do
kind of
his
feel like
thing
the
on it, and
Mellows, don't they? The Puma.
They
little
do.
bit, yeah.
They
Yeah.
do. They do.
Just like the crazy colorway and all
And
that
there's a
stuff.
big conversation right now as to how long these types of colorways can exist in the market. LaMelo, Giannis, Ja, even a little bit.
Yeah.
These right here. I mean, I'm in. You know, shout out our gracious king and Bryce Maximus. But
Yeah.
it's a conversation of to how long this can
like to my
continue.
like the loud
colors.
color play on
Yeah.
there.
All right, let's keep going. We got the New Balance made in the UK, Allerdale, white.
I mess with these.
I mean, here's the thing.
I mess with these.
Do you know the price on these is $250?
$250. So these are anytime it's made in Italy.
This is made in UK.
UK, I mean, or over there, they put the. Here's the thing with this. New Balance already use premium materials anyway. So it's like, why are you gonna add an extra 100, 150 on something that you already using premium materials for?
Labor
So
costs.
I like the brown colorway better. The brown colorway looks better.
I don't know. I don't really like
I don't
either.
know about this all white.
These look like nurse shoes.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Mall
From
Walker.
the 1960s.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
1960s Mall Walker before
I
Mall
mess with the brown ones,
existed.
though.
Yes.
I mess with the
Yes.
brown ones. You said Mall
The
Walker.
Nike Pegasus Premium, Persian Violet.
Yeah, these for you.
Jerry's
Jay.
a big
he
Pegasus
loves
guy.
the Pegasus. He
I
loves
don't
it.
even have
To
a
run
pair.
in or to walk around in?
I don't even have a pair.
He's
been
I
talking
just like
about
how
them
they look.
forever.
He just
Yeah.
like them all.
And I like the tech behind it.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna be comfortable.
Yeah.
These drop Thursday.
I actually don't like this colorway.
What's the
though.
price on these? Ryan?
210.
210, yeah.
Yeah.
210 for the Pegasus. It's about right. So I know you have the
I have the Vomero.
you had the Vomero 18,
18s.
and someone did a comparison running. They said they like running these better than the Vomero 18. So these,
I don't like this
one.
colorway. I like the shoe though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go mid.
I like these. I like
go
these.
up.
I'm with you. I like the shoe. I like the shoe.
We have these Jaren Jackson Jr. GT Hustle, right? Is that what they are?
Yeah.
GT Hustle
that,
3s.
that we're giving out. Here's the Jewel Lloyd Nike GT Cut
Yeah.
3 PE.
Oh man.
For a basketball shoe.
yeah.
These dropped Friday.
Yeah. When she put these out, we was like, we thought they were just gonna be a PE, and then it was like, oh, Nike's gonna release these.
See,
Okay.
Jalen
I kinda like 'em.
Wells get a pair.
I want. I
That's
would
what he
like to
likes
see
to
him
play
in
in.
these. Him and you see Scotty's starting
Scotty's
to wear.
been wearing
he's been
these,
wearing
yeah.
his bottle too.
Doesn't
so.
Vince wear those too?
Vince,
Now, Vince been wearing the
PG5s.
No, he's been wearing Victor shoe.
Oh, the women. Yeah. What about Conchar? Jitty wears some.
Jitty
used to
wears
wear
the
Hustle.
PG5s.
Yeah, Jitty wears
Yeah.
these. Yep.
Anyway, these are out Friday, $190.
I mess with these.
They'll look good with the black for Vegas's uniforms.
Yeah.
I like
All
that.
right,
Little color on the court.
Thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Down. Up.
Thumbs up there. I mess with them.
Hey, you guys know where I'm from, right? Atlanta. So
I
these
did
are
this for you.
the Adidas Superstar 404 day.
I did this for you. 404 day. I know.
I don't know why that's a 404 colorway.
Atlanta Hawks.
That's not the Hawks colors.
The Falcons.
The Falcons?
I guess the
Bulldogs?
Falcons, Georgia, but like
Some
it's
type
just
of
all-
dog.
It's too much.
Some type of bird.
Some type of bird, dog, whatever it is. I
I don't like
you're a
it.
Georgia guy. I mean,
I'm
come
down.
on.
Down.
What?
Oh, wow.
You giving these a down?
I think you might be banned from Atlanta from here.
Wow.
That's fine. I'm here now.
I'm here now.
I'm good. I'm in the 901.
Damn.
I don't know. They just seem pretty plain too.
Yeah.
Like,
They did drop the ball on these.
Yeah.
I have to give you that. They dropped the ball on these. Yeah.
What would you wear with these?
A Hawks jersey or Falcons jersey?
I mean, you
That's
could
it.
wear a Falcons jersey
That's it,
or
the
Georgia
Falcons.
Bulldogs, but like, there's a lot of people who don't like Georgia
true.
who went to
Yeah.
Georgia Tech who would never wear these.
Yeah.
You know?
It's true. I didn't think about that.
And like when I think of Atlanta sports, probably the Braves are the most successful team ever, and there's nothing like the Braves.
There's no
with this
Navy
shit.
in
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nothing about
Yeah.
Braves in there.
So
Yeah, they just dropped the ball.
Down.
Yeah, all
down.
due respect to Atlanta.
sorry, Adidas.
Yeah.
Down on the shoes, not the city.
That's
of
right.
I second that.
ATL shot it. We got the women's Air Jordan 1 OG High Rare Air. These are out this weekend,
I like
Saturday.
these. Yep, Saturday.
Yeah, I don't hate them.
I like these.
Coming out in like every size for
Yeah.
adults, preschool, everything.
I like these. These are nice.
I just don't like how uncomfortable ones are.
Is it 2 sets
As
of
I'm wearing a
laces?
pair
It's
of
two
ones.
sets of laces. Yep,
Yeah.
two sets of laces. Yep. What you think, Max?
They're not.
They're not for me.
They're not from. Like we just gotta. Like we talked about, we
Yeah.
gotta put ones on the shelf again.
Because
It's too many.
Yeah, it's
It's
too many. of
These
them.
are 180.
This is like dunks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Adult
Yeah,
size
I'm
180. I'll go middle.
I like these.
I kind of like the
I,
look.
I
but
think this is a good.
I like the
summer
blue
shoe.
tag.
If this
on
would
the
have
tongue.
come out in the middle of a Jordan 1 absence, it'd be
Yeah.
a different story.
Okay.
But too many.
Yeah.
We got, speaking of Jordans, the Air Jordan 1. Wait, we
So
just
this-
did that one.
So that was the women. This the men's.
Oh, this is the
version.
men's. Yeah,
that's the
the,
men's.
the high
version.
rare
Yeah. No difference.
I don't
'Cause,
like
that's
these.
the game royal right
Yeah,
there.
basically. I don't like I like the women better than the guys.
I like the Nike Air
We've
on the
seen
logo.
this. We've
See
seen
that,
this
like,
before.
on
A million
the-
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a down on these.
I kind of would rather wear the women's one, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Ben,
Like,
Ben,
I'm with
Ben,
you on
Ben,
that.
I know
I
you
like
like
it.
it
Yeah, I like
because
it.
of the blue.
Yeah, I like
know
it.
you a blue guy, Ben.
and it's a Memphis Tiger.
Yeah, that's
shoe
a
guy.
Tigers guy over
Yeah.
there. Yeah. I think they'll look good with that. That's about
I would
it.
also like these if they were low.
They
Like,
might look
maybe.
better as a
They
logo.
have a
I'm
logo
with
that
you on
looks
that
like
one.
this.
I'm with you on that
It's
one.
not far from the Obsidian. Anyway,
No.
It's not far from
those
my
are
modest
out
stuff.
this weekend.
That's a fact.
Those are 180. Those are out this weekend. And then the last one, we have the Yuto Horigami, Nike SB Dunk Low Matcha.
What y'all think?
This is out this weekend.
Dunk
I
guy.
mean, matcha's really popular right now.
Yeah.
But, we've seen this before too.
Yeah.
Just dunks and ones. There's nothing original anymore that you can throw on anything.
Yeah.
They look like the Jedi's.
They do look exactly. That's a good point.
That is true.
135.
That's a really
bucks.
good point, and a lot of people won't know that.
Yeah.
So they'll buy these.
They will buy them and don't know the story
I think
behind
they
them
look
or
good
anything.
though.
Yeah.
They look good.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
cool.
They look cushiony.
I'd wear them if they were free. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's my favorite line
right there.
Would you pay $135 for that?
That's not bad either.
I wouldn't
so-
pay 130 for them. Nah,
All right.
I'll pass.
I'm
on
mid.
those.
Yeah, I'll go mid.
Mid. All right. That's what's now and that's what's next. We also, at this point, we all find some shoes on sale or some bargain for people, and we drop them in the link, chat now. So people look in the chat. Luke's going to put these in there for you guys to go find. I found some New Balance 9060s on Hibbit.com, but they're 50% off. So they're like, I think $79 or something like that. And they have a lot of sizes and
they have a
colorways
crazy
too.
sale going on right now. They have
So-
another website.
Yeah.
Who else? Sherm, you found some New Balance?
Yeah, I found on our favorite site, JoeNewBalanceOutlet.com, a pair of 998 Court Gray, retail for $185. They on sale for $99.
You just said you hate 998s though.
Not for me. I just thought the price. Look, this is for the people.
Man of the people.
This is for the people. Exactly. I'm playing point guard.
I just realized Adam also had the same New Balance that I had on his thing because Adam's not here.
Oh.
It was the exact same one, the New Balance 9060.
See, there you go.
Jerry
I
also
have
got
a pair of New Balance too,
Why are
yeah.
all these New Balance on sale?
Hey,
The 725 V1.
They can't wait for Cooper Flag to get out of
Oh
town.
yeah.
That's a fact.
I think mine were like 54.99, something
See
like
that?
that. 52.49.
52.49.
So
There
it's
you
just a
go.
casual little runner.
Make sure,
mesh runner.
make sure y'all pick up some of those sneaker links in the link.
So,
Grab
yeah,
grab them.
go get them. Go get some. Go get some.
I think mine
good
were from
deals.
Nordstrom.
From Nordstrom?
No.
I mean, that sound about right. You a
Yours
Nordstrom
or
guy.
Joe's New Balance also.
Joe's New Balance? Okay.
Just go to that website.
Yeah,
you
just
get
go
a
to
good
the website.
deal.
Sounds like
Yeah,
it. Sounds like
yeah.
this is sponsored. Right
Yeah,
now.
He needs to.
We'd like that.
We need that.
We're going to take one more break. We're going to come back. It's time to keep it or kick it. You're watching the Sneakfest show on Grind City Media.
Can't wait. It's time to get it popping. It's gonna be crazy. The fans are gonna be loud. We need just energy.
We're gonna need, the form rocking. We're gonna need, everybody in Memphis to be out there and come with support.
When the fans are good, we're good. Simple as that.
A Bane three, yes sir! Desmond Bane with ice water in his veins.
We'll ride the energy together.
There's no substitute for experience, the knowledge gained from having been there before, and the passion to share what you know to make everyone around you better. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
In honor of George Foreman, decided to do a pick six on 6 greatest heavyweight boxers of all time.
Number 4, my guy, Mike Tyson. There is no greater feat that I've had. Like if I had my Mount Rushmore of things that I've accomplished in my life, the very first time I beat Mike Tyson in Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Welcome back to the Sneakfest show here on Grind City Media. I'm Lang Whitaker along with Sherm and Jerry. Max Recitar is here from Slam Magazine with us. Tonight is Slam Night at the Grizzlies game. Make sure you come out, get your tickets, get there early, be one of the first 3,000 people, get the Slam Jaren hoodie that they're giving away. I got to get where you can see it. They're giving away at the front gate tonight. Now's the time we do the kicks in the wild. So we always keep an eye out to see like cool sneakers somebody's wearing out somewhere. Baseball season started.
Yes, it is.
Derrick Rose threw out the first pitch for the White Sox,
Yes,
and he
he
came
did.
out in some of the Fear of God Adidas sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
I
kind of like
I
them.
like these. I do.
No, yeah, it's solid.
They look like the Prada joints too.
This is a good colorway.
Yeah.
With
the classic product joints. Yeah, that's a good call.
That's a good colorway.
He also threw a strike. I don't know if you saw the pitch.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
and then he
Do it,
yelled. That's
yeah.
why he's yelling right
Those
Do it
now.
right
laces,
down the middle.
those laces set it off.
Yeah, they do. They really
They
do.
look good. I just
Jerry,
know the
Adidas.
price is gonna be
Jerry Adidas, probably because the basketball too is what, like $250, I think, retail, if I'm not mistaken. So,
but they look good. I like them.
I think the
Shout
first
out
time we
D-Rose,
saw
man.
these when he did that photo shoot with Jerry, and he had
Yeah.
them on. We was like, oh, what are those he's wearing right there?
And I think Gabe Vincent played in them recently.
Yes, he did. He did. And he had the all red ones on. We just played against him.
Yeah.
He had the all red ones on.
Well, speaking of basketball shoes that have made their way to other sports, Mookie Betts came out in some of the brick by brick cleats. Nigel Sylvester gave him a pair. There was a picture of him.
he
handing
did.
him a pair.
These are good.
That's pretty cool.
That's big Queens right there.
These are good right here. I
Hell
like these.
yeah.
I like these.
We love Nigel and Queens.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Well, a little bit down from Queens, in Philly, Will Smith he's got like an album out or something now. Have you guys seen he's on like a whole media
that
tour?
was about to come out.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. He did like some music or something.
Yeah.
I guess this is the bounce back after he
some
knocked out Chris Rock at the Oscars. Anyway, he was at the Sixers game and he was wearing the Space Jams. What?
You say he knocked him out.
I mean, he punched him like right in the face. Like, that was pretty wild.
Yeah, this is wild. Yeah.
Anyway, he was at the game the other night in Philly and he wore the Space Jams, which is cool.
I was looking at his sneaker shop in what complex.
Yeah,
yesterday,
he did one with
and
Joe
his,
LaPuma.
his story behind just
I
how
need to watch that. It showed up on my algorithm.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. He was saying how during the taping of Will Smith's show and him and Martin would compete.
Yeah.
Nike had a setup in LA. So his show aired before Martin, so
That
he would
makes
run
sense.
to the Nike and get
That
the
makes
shoes
sense.
and then bring them back. So
Because there's so many screenshots of both of those shows.
Yeah.
With the dudes in crazy
Yeah.
sneakers.
That's crazy. Yeah, his story was good. I like the way he broke down everything.
That's
so,
cool.
yeah.
All right, before we get out of here, it's time to keep it or kick it. Now we're going
Let's
to go
do
through and look at all the fits guys wore to the games this past week, and we'll crown a champion. Shout out to our friends at League Fits for taking all these photos.
Shout out League Fits, man.
Let's go. Let's start it up.
I want to see one
There's
person.
no real criteria. Just we move off vibes.
Just what you like.
Just what you like. What you like.
Tyrese versus Jalen
I'm
Green.
kicking Tyrese Maxey.
Thank
Every
you.
chance I get.
Why does he look like one of the people
Harry
on
Potter?
Harry Potter?
That's the first thing I thought too.
So-
he'd be like not Gryffindor, not Slytherin, one of the weird ones.
Ravenclaw.
Yeah. Hufflepuff.
Ian-
He's a Hufflepuff.
He's a
100%.
Hufflepuff.
Ian, who runs League Fits,
Yes.
he loves Tyrese Halliburton's.
Yes.
Because the engagement, I'm sure, is good. Because
So-
everybody's just in there making fun of him.
Just for that reason, I'm going Jalen.
Yeah, definitely Jalen for sure. Yeah, we're going Jalen.
Everybody's going Jalen.
Yeah, Jalen.
You
That's
guys
a good
like
outfit,
I mean,
Jalen.
that bag is closer to a purse than
You
a
probably
bag.
bought Andrea's bag. It's okay.
It's all good. All right. All right. Jalen stays up.
2025.
The King
LeBron?
wearing a Canadian tuxedo.
LeBron James. I mess with this. What shoe? Are they wearing Air Forces?
I can't tell.
I can't see.
I like the cuff in the jeans.
I don't hate the fit.
Yeah, our gracious king.
Yeah. I'm going LeBron.
I think I like Jalen's fit better though.
I'm
for
going,
some
I'm
reason.
going LeBron. It's on
Max
you,
is
Max.
decided.
Oh, no, I'm doing LeBron. I'm doing LeBron.
Okay,
I'm doing
okay.
LeBron.
We say
All right,
LeBron
Brian.
it is.
Brian
I
it
mess
is.
with LeBron. That's a good outfit.
You guys know we always bring in
D-Book.
Devin Booker.
This is actually a good D-Book fit.
It is.
And he's got the typhoon behind him.
It is.
I'm a car guy. So.
Yeah, that was from. You remember what movie that was in?
Nope.
Really? That was
I'm
a
not a
house
movie person.
party.
I didn't watch movies like that. I was in the
Which
streets.
house party? The Robin Harris one? Like the old one? With Kid and Play?
No, Kid to Play one.
Yeah.
Kid to Play. Yeah, Kid to Play. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Devin Booker.
I'm saying LeBron. Who you got, Max?
I'm going Book.
You going Book?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I put these Book and Halliburton get voted out every week. I try to keep them in here.
Book always have the same
Nas
outfit on.
Nas Reed.
I'm going
That's
Book.
very 2000s fit, right?
With the ice cream, the ice cream pants type of pants on. I'm going Book.
I'm going Book.
Yeah, I'm going Book.
I was going to go Nas, but I'm outvoted.
Okay.
Trill.
We seen some better Trip outfits. I was not a fan of this one.
I liked
was
it.
not- I was
What
not.
is his jersey?
Is it?
Any Given
Is
Sunday?
it? Yeah,
It's,
Willie Beeman.
Willie Beeman.
Yeah, Willie Beeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willie Beeman. Yeah.
Great movie. Just
Yeah.
off that, I'm going.
I
Trip.
just said I don't watch movies, but
Now
I knew
that
that
you
knew
movie.
that
now
one.
that you
Yeah.
mention that, okay, but I'm still going. I'm surprised. I'm saying this book is getting my.
I
vote.
like that Devin
Book-
Booker
yeah,
outfit.
yeah,
I
Book
like
is my
Tripp's
vote.
outfit in
That's it.
here, but I don't like Devin
Yeah.
Booker.
Wow,
Sorry.
unexpected.
Yeah. Exactly.
Very unexpected.
Exactly. What's that?
Jalen was.
I put Jalen in here because most of the other Grizzlies don't really make an effort, you
They
know.
don't.
And Jalen looks like he finally might have turned the corner a little bit.
Like finally, yeah, because
Yeah.
he's usually in the team issues and
Team
sweats.
issue
Yeah.
stuff. He had on the Mocha Travis Scott's on the other day
Yeah.
with the brown tech feet on. So Sorry, Jalen. You my guy, but
I'm going
I gotta
Book.
go Book.
Book,
Yeah, I
too.
gotta go
I
Book.
usually don't vote Book's outfits.
I'm
'cause
the
they're
same
bad,
way.
but this
Exactly.
outfit's good.
Exactly.
It's Rob Dillingham.
Ooh, Shifty Boys.
Yeah.
It's got to be Book, though.
Yeah, I'm staying Book
Yeah,
too. I'm with
Book's
you on that one,
outfit's
Max.
cool.
I'm staying Book. Book it is. Book it is.
Jalen.
Is Jalen?
Yeah.
That was a big moment. He did the Nick Gallo. He put that hat on Nick Gallo's head.
Oh, sure did. Yeah.
D-Book.
Yeah, Book it is.
Yeah, I'll stay with
look, Look like Wesley Snipes in the what's it called movie.
Yeah.
I can't think of the movie. Dang.
White Man Can't Jump.
No. What's the other one he was playing?
Money Train.
What was the other
How
one he
many
was playing?
Blade? How many Wesley Snipes
No,
movies
the
can
one
I
he was
name?
playing The Dope Boy.
New Jack City.
New Jack City. Thank you. I couldn't even think of. I got blank. Thank you.
I was running out of
mind blank.
I was running out of Wesley Snipes movies.
You got all
Before my time. That was a little before my time.
All right, Devin Booker it is.
Max looking at me like, what are you talking about?
We never see Kawhi, but
We don't.
Ooh, for
and
a
we're
reason.
not going to keep him here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
And I don't think he's mad at it either.
He's not bad at that.
Book.
No, he's not bad at that. We stay in Book on this one.
right.
Sorry, Kawhi. We had some Kawhi fits last season that
Yeah,
was
some
pretty
pretty
decent.
decent
It was
ones.
pretty decent, but
I haven't seen him this year at all, really.
now we haven't. I mean, yeah.
Has he played this year?
He's been playing, so
All right,
probably
book,
why.
Book it is.
Book it is.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
The villain.
The villain Dylan.
I usually like his outfits, but these just look like polo boxers.
A lot of
What's on the
what's
coat?
up with the jacket? I was
Yeah.
but right. Like,
I think that's a Muppet.
He's not a grizzly.
Yeah.
he's
anymore,
not a
so why
grizzly
he
boy.
wearing
He's wearing a grizzly
It's
jacket.
definitely a Muppet.
What are the
Definitely a
shoes?
Probably some type of designer.
It has to be.
Yeah.
You know, he's a big Prada
Yeah.
Miri type of guy, so it has
I'm
to be.
going
one.
D-Book,
Yeah.
which I
Same.
hate that I'm
We
saying.
D-Book is still in this.
D-Book's gonna make it
He's
through.
still in this. I can't believe that.
This is Jared Vanderbilt.
Thank you. I'm going Vanderbilt.
Oh, hell no. Book all the way.
I'm going Book. He look like the other. He
Man.
look like he's auditioning to be Amigo.
Yes.
I mean, hey, I take it. Look, he got a little color in it. He put a little color in it with the go yard bag. So go ahead.
D-Book.
It's a lot of leather.
It's a lot of leather. D-Book.
Yeah.
All right, we ain't got to talk about
Shingun
that.
didn't make it?
Shingun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
D-Book.
Yeah,
All right.
D-Book.
He didn't try.
He did.
Scotty Barnes.
Why
No.
Why you look like he play on Star Trek or something?
Yeah,
look like
Zoolander.
they got the
It is
used car
Zoolander.
dealership.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
no, Star Trek 2.
That's
though.
a good one.
Like, he can't move his arms, you know what I'm saying? No,
D-Book.
Book.
D-Book.
Yeah.
D-Book.
Why?
Rovio do. He showed up. Jay Tatum
I
showed
like
out.
I like he do the
Supporting
he did the
his
do.
alma mater.
It's
Yeah.
just a T-shirt.
Is that here?
No, I don't
Oh,
think
it-
so.
they
It
look
might
like
have
our
been
background.
actually. I don't know. I saw him come in last night. He wasn't wearing that.
Okay, they look like our background back there.
D-Book.
I'm saying Book.
Yeah, I'm staying Book on this one. We've seen some JT outfits that's good, but this ain't the one.
Jay
Huh.
Clarkson.
Eh,
I feel like outfits with Tim's now is like cosplay. Like it's more of an outfit.
you
It's more
can't
of
say
a,
that. We got a New York guy here now. You can't say that, Jerry.
I'm saying like they're
You would
forcing
never,
it. That's
you
what
would
I'm
never
saying.
see that in New York.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's cosplay.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
like
And
when
honestly,
they throw
when I
on
see-
Tim's, they feel like they have to put on this certain.
They had this.
When I see
yeah.
the chains coming out, that makes me think of like Hot Topic in like 05. So I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm going.
That's,
I'm going
that's,
D-Book.
that's the thing now. That's
Really? Is it back?
Yes,
It's
they
back.
brought it back. Yeah, they brought it back.
yeah, keep that.
Max said keep that.
So who is it? D-Book?
Yeah,
D-Book.
D-Book it is. Man, I can't believe D-Book.
Patty Mills.
Patty Mills.
This is bad.
With the
Yeah, he's usually got
Bad
good
coffee
outfits.
accessory.
This is bad Patty.
Small
is-
coffee.
Yeah.
Small.
Oh, we hadn't
Small
we hadn't
face
seen about
coffee.
with a coffee cup in a while.
Yeah, a lot of guys have the coffee we've
Yeah.
noticed as their accessory
sure.
this year, but
Yeah.
D-Book.
he's not a very big guy, so that coffee cup must be really small. Look at it.
Yes.
It's
It's an
this is the
espresso.
last 10 games of the season outfit.
Well, they grab when they leaving out the hotel, so they just grab a cup of coffee, the little small cup of coffee. So, but we still voting for D-Book. I can't believe
Yeah, he
it.
makes it
Yeah. Wow.
I bet Darnell is happy about this because you know he love when we talk about D-Book up in there. But
Oh, wow.
There's the champ.
I wanted to kick him off so bad.
You cannot believe this.
did
I
it.
wanted to kick him off so bad.
I wanted to.
Y'all haters couldn't keep him from the title he deserved.
I don't think Book has ever won a League Fits MVP. Ian would have to correct me on that. He'll hit me up in a second. But I
He's
don't-
never in the runner-up.
no, right? Yeah.
Not on our
Not in
bracket.
that
Nope.
Darnell, that was for you, Darnell. He just
Darnell
said
said in
it
the
too.
chat, yeah.
He said D-Book always have a good fit on.
I like the car. The Typhoon's though.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
All right. Well, that's another week, and that's another Sneakfest show.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you get here tonight for the game for Slam Night. The
Give away
Grizzlies
those
playing the
hoodies.
Warriors. You get this hoodie.
Yep.
If you're one of the first 3,000 fans. We appreciate Max joining us from Slam today. Thanks for hanging out, man.
He bought some gifts.
I appreciate the gifts. He
hold
brought the Reeboks, the Adidas. So we got a little bit of heat with the Max here. For Sherm, for Jerry, for Adam, even though he's not here, for Max, for Bennett, for Kyra. I'm Lang. Thanks for watching the Sneakfest show. And remember, just please wear your shoes.
Wear your
'em.
shoes.
I'm wearing these tonight.
Wear your
shoes.
shoes. Please wear your shoes.
See y'all next week.
Nah, homie, I don't bang, but